Session 2, Divine Health Meditations, Dr. Roy E. Richmond. All scripture references are from the R.E. Richmond Tree of Life Bible Translations and Explanation. Psalms 103, 2-3. I call my sacred self to remember and not to forget any expression of life already in me, as awareness blesses Elohim through recognition rather than effort. For Elohim releases me from all mistaken identity and dissolves every distortion of self-understanding. Divine health is revealed through my embodied experience as limitation loses its voice and wholeness remains. I turn my awareness inward and remind my sacred self to remember. I do not forget what is already true. I do not overlook what has already been given. I gather my attention and allow remembrance to rise gently within me. I enlarge Elohim breath in my understanding, not through effort, but through agreement. Blessing is alignment. It is conscious awareness saying yes to truth. I refuse to forget the benefits that are not arriving later, but are present now. Elohim does not free me by overlooking wrongdoing, but by dissolving mistaken identity. What appeared as separation is released. What seemed to be a failure loses itself in the voice of breath. I'm not defined by error, memory, or inherited consciousness thinking. I am restored through recognition. Elohim does not repair sickness temporarily. Elohim reveals divine health permanently. What is removed is not health restored later. It is limitation dissolved now. Divine health is not applied to me. Divine health is expressed through me. Every condition that once claimed authority is undone by truth, not through force, not through effort, but through remembrance. As awareness returns to source, the body responds naturally. Repeat after me. I rest here. I remember fully. I forget nothing that life has given. Divine health governs me now. Now, as you lay there or you're sitting in a chair, continue to take deep breaths through your nostrils and blow the air out through your mouth, and cause yourself to enter into a place of rest, realizing that you are the presence of Elohim breath and that the very energy of life is surrounding you as though it was color, all different colors going around your head and around your entire body. Rest in knowing that you are the presence of Elohim. Psalm 107:20. Elohim sends forth a word as a living movement within awareness, and that word reveals wholeness and releases consciousness from every form of distortion and confinement, not by force or repair, but by truth being recognized. So that divine health is uncovered and remains as limitation dissolves and life resumes its natural expression. I become still and allow awareness to rest in what is already active. The Logos, the creative spiritual movement and action in me, is not distant. It's delayed. It's symbolic only. The Logos word is a living movement, present now, carrying within itself the life it speaks. The word is sent not from afar, but from within. It reaches every place where awareness has felt confined. It does not argue with condition or negotiate with appearance. It simply arrives as truth, and truth does what it is. As the word is recognized, divine health is revealed, not applied, not administered, but revealed. What appeared broken was never beyond life. What appeared bound was never outside life. Deliverance is not escape, but release from mistaken awareness. There is no delay in the word. No effort is required to make it work. No words performed itself because it is life in motion. Where it is received, limitation dissolves wholly and quietly. I do not wait for divine health to come to me. I recognize divine health rising within me. The same word that speaks life sustains life. The same truth that reveals wholeness maintains wholeness. Repeat after me. I remain here. The word is active within me. Divine health is present now, and life continues uninterrupted. Okay, take 5 more breaths. Breathe in deeply through your nostrils and out through your mouth. Deeply through your nostrils and out through your mouth. And 3 more times. Psalms 1 through 3. Blessed, happy, and well off is the sacred self, whose awareness does not walk in distorted counsel, nor stand in systems shaped by separation, nor sit in identities formed by false accusations, but whose delight is in the living word of the Elohim, who meditates in that truth continually. For such awareness is like a tree firmly planted beside flowing waters, drawing life without effort, bringing forth expression in its proper season, whose leaf does not wither, and whose embodied life remains sustained and ordered and whole, as everything flowing from this alignment prospers naturally in divine health. I rest in the awareness that confused counsel does not shape my well-being, inherited opinions, or fear-based conclusions. I do not walk in patterns formed by limitation, nor do I stand in systems that normalize sickness or decline. I do not set an identity shaped by separation. I choose awareness rooted in truth. My delight is in the living word, not as an information, but as nourishment. I do not rush it. I remain with it. I allow it to speak with me every day and night, not through strain, but through quiet attention. As the word lives in me, it orders me. I am like a tree planted beside flowing waters. I'm not struggling to survive. I am rooted. Life follows me continually. I do not wait for the supply. I draw from what is already present. Everything I require daily is already moving through me. I bring forth fruit in its own season without pressure or forcing. My expression is natural. My timing is whole. Nothing in me is drying up, fading, or weakening. What I exist planted in sustains me completely. My life does not wither. There's no loss of vitality in me. I live in the ageless one. Divine health is steady, consistent, and permanent. It does not fluctuate with circumstances or feeling. It remains because life remains. Whatever expresses through me prospers, not as accumulation, but as fullness. My visible being prospers because life governs it. My awareness prospers because truth orders it. I remain planted, I remain nourished, and I remain whole. Repeat these after me. It remains because life remains. Whatever expresses through me prospers, not as accumulation, but as fullness. My visible being prospers because life governs it. My awareness prospers because truth orders it. I remain planted, I remain nourished, and I remain whole. Now continue to breathe with deep breaths through your nostrils, and then blow the air out through your mouth. And do that 5 more times, and relax yourself. Proverbs 4:20 through 22. Give full attention to the living word as it speaks within awareness. Incline inner hearing toward truth, and do not allow it to drift to the outer edge of consciousness, but keep it present at the center of your being. For what is held in awareness shapes what is expressed, and the word is life to all who recognize it, and divine health to the whole embodied experience. As life flows freely where truth is received, and limitation loses its authority. I gently turn my awareness toward the Logos word and give it my full attention. I'm not probing, I'm not rushing, I'm not analyzing, I'm listening. Allow truth to enter without resistance, without debate, and without delay. I incline my ear hearing toward what is being spoken within me now. I do not allow the word to drift past me or remain external. I let it settle. I keep it present within my conscious awareness, not as information, but as living substance. I guard what I receive, not through effort, but through presence. I keep the word in the center of my awareness where light flows freely. What I hold within awareness shapes what is expressed through my entire being. The word I receive is life itself. It's not symbolic. It's not conditional. It is life to all of me, flowing through every function, every system, and every expression. Where life is recognized, limitation loses agreement. The Logos word is also divine health to me. Not partial, not temporary, not delayed. Divine health permeates every part of my being because life permeates every part of me. I do not wait for results, I rest in alignment. Repeat that with me. The Logos word is also divine health to me. Not partial, not temporary, not delayed. Divine health permeates every part of me because life permeates every part of me. I do not wait for results. I rest in alignment. I remain attentive. I remain receptive. The word lives within me now, and divine health expresses itself naturally and without interruption. Proverbs 2:18. There is awareness that speaks carelessly and pierces itself with its own inner dialogue like a sword. Still, the speech that arises from awakened understanding speaks life, restores alignment, and ministers divine health throughout the whole being, because words held and repeated with awareness shape what the body lives out of. I become aware of the power carried in my words. I recognize that careless speech, whether spoken aloud or inwardly repeated, can wound awareness like a sharp blade. I do not condemn myself for past words. I become present to what I choose now. I no longer agree with inner conversations that pierce, accuse, or diminish. I release harsh judgment, fearful diagnosis, and inherited narratives that have spoken against my body. Words spoken without awareness do not define me. The tongue of wisdom is not loud or forceful. It speaks gently, clearly, and truthfully. Wisdom does not deny what appears, but it speaks from what is real. When wisdom says it does not cut, it restores. I choose words that align with life. I allow my inner voice to speak in agreement with truth. What I say within myself carries nourishment, direction, and calm. These words may bring divine health throughout my being. As wise speech flows to awareness, the visibleness responds naturally. There is no urgency, there is no strain. Divine health is supported by words that agree with life rather than opposes them. I remain attentive to what I speak inwardly. My words are aligned with truth. Life is spoken within me, and divine health is sustained. Repeat those with me. I remain attentively to what I speak inwardly. My words are aligned with truth. Life is spoken within me, and divine health is sustained. Proverbs 17:22. A heart awareness aligned with truth releases life. It supports divine health throughout the embodied experience because inner ease and correct perception allow life to flow freely. In contrast, prolonged strain, heaviness, and distorted awareness diminish vitality by resisting the natural movement of life within. Therefore, I become aware of the atmosphere and energy within me and around me. I notice the tone of my inner conversation, not to judge it, but to choose it. I do not live from heaviness or pressure. I'll allow lightness of awareness to take place naturally. A joyful heart awareness is not forced happiness or emotional excitement. It's the inner alignment. It's the quiet ease that comes from resting in truth. This posture of awareness nourishes life and supports divine health throughout my being. I do not dismiss the effect of inner dryness, strain, or prolonged tension. I recognize that these states drain vitality. I choose not to live from them. I release inner resistance and allow ease to return. As awareness relaxes into truth, Logos movement and action life responds. There is movement and there is action. There is renewal. Divine health flows where awareness is not constricted by fear or expectation. I do not strive to feel better. I allow alignment to do its work. Joy rises naturally when awareness is at rest. It's not chased, it's revealed. Repeat with me. I remain here. My heart awareness is at ease. Life flows freely. And divine health is supported and sustained. Isaiah 53, 3-5. Consecrated messengers were misunderstood and rejected in perception, regarded as insignificant by those governed by distorted awareness. Awareness turned away from them, not because truth lacked power, but because it was unrecognized. The messengers carried the griefs and sorrows produced by mistaken identity, inherited consequences thinking, yet this was interpreted as Elohim afflicting him. However, in truth, the wounding was the result of separated base awareness, and the crushing came from the internal pressure created by false conclusions. The correction that restored peace was the realignment of awareness. Through the breaking open of limitation, divine health was revealed, not applied, not earned, but uncovered as life resumed its natural expression. I recognize that what Isaiah describes is not rejection by Elohim breath in me, but rejection by perception. What was misunderstood, dismissed, and judged was divine life expressed in visible form. Awareness turned away, not because life was absent, but because it did not match expectations. What was carried was not divine punishment, but was the weight of misidentification. Griefs and sorrows speak of carried distortions, inherited consequence thinking, and the strain produced by living beneath truth. Elohim did not assign these, but they assumed them by awareness, having forgotten their origin. The piercing and the bruising do not speak of violence demanded by breath, but of the profound impact of separation-based thinking upon embodied life. Wounds result from believing lies about identity. Bruising is the internal pressure created when truth is resisted rather than received. Correction does not come through pain, but through alignment. This chastening that brings peace is not punishment, but awakening. Peace returns when awareness is set into oneness again. As perception shifts, rest replaces strain. Life flows freely. The stripes are not marks of anger, but lines of release. They speak of the breaking open of limitation so that life may be revealed. By this unveiling, divine health is recognized as present, not applied later or earned by revealed, but revealed now. Repeat this with me. I do not look backward for deliverance. I look forward, inward for recognition. What Isaiah saw was not a future remedy, but a present revelation of how life restores when awareness returns to truth. I remain here. I rest in alignment. Misidentification dissolves, and divine health is revealed within me now. Malachi 4:2. For those whose awareness reveres truth, the Sun of Righteousness arises within conscious understanding. Divine health is revealed in its rays, and freedom of movement and expression unfolds naturally as awareness is warned by right seeing. Life expresses itself without restraint, no longer bound by fear, limitations, or mistaken identity. I become aware of the rising of truth within me. This rising is not external, not delayed or distant. It is the dawning of awareness. As truth is recognized, it illuminates what has always been present. The son or daughter of righteousness is not a celestial event, but the unveiling of right seeing. When awareness aligns with what is true, warmth replaces strain, clarity replaces shadow, and divine life reveals itself without effort. Divine health is carried in this rising. It does not arrive later, it unfolds now. It's not administered from outside, but expressed from within. As truth warms awareness, every place once held in tension relaxes into life. I do not wait to be made whole. I awaken to wholeness. I move freely, not striving, not pushing, but releasing. What once felt bound loosens naturally as awareness returns to alignment. This is not urgency. This is not force. It is a gentle, steady illumination. My divine health is revealed as I walk forward in awareness, carried by life rather than effort. Repeat these 4 statements with me. I remain here. Truth has risen within me. Warmth fills every place. Divine health is present, active, and permanent in me. Matthew 8:2-3. Awareness approaches truth without fear or distance, recognizing that ability has never been in question, only willingness to receive what already is. Truth responds immediately, not with delay or condition, but with clear affirmation. Contact is made within awareness, dissolving separation, so that what was perceived as unclean or restricted is revealed as whole. Divine health is uncovered at once as alignment replaces resistance. I become aware of the moment when awareness turns toward truth without defense or distance. The approach is not fear-based or desperate. It is honest. It is the quiet acknowledgement that life is present and willing. The question is not whether Elohim can. Ability is never in question. The only movement is the willingness to receive what already is. I do not beg for change. I open awareness to agreement. Truth does not hesitate. There's no delay between willingness and response. As awareness aligns, the answer is immediate and clear. I will, not later, not conditionally, but now. The touch is not physical alone. It is the contact of awareness with truth from my divine mind. Where truth is touched, separation dissolves. What once felt isolated is included again. What once appeared unclean is revealed as whole. Divine health is not postponed. It's revealed instantly when resistance drops away. This is not an effort, This is an agreement. This is not striving. This is recognition. Repeat with me again. I am here. I am willing. Truth responds immediately. Divine health is revealed now. Matthew 8:16 through 17. As awareness moved into rest and quietness, distorted thoughts and limiting influences were released through the speaking of truth. Every condition arising from mistaken awareness yielded, not through struggle, but through recognition, so that what Isaiah spoke was fulfilled, not as punishment transferred, but as misunderstanding lifted from the burdens of misidentification. They were carried away. The strains produced by false conclusion were removed, and the divine health was revealed wherever truth was recognized, and life was allowed to express itself freely. I recognize in my life that what is revealed here is not a struggle against forces, but the restoration of order within awareness. What were called unclean influences are misaligned thoughts, fears, and inherited conclusions that had found expression. When truth is present, these influences that traduce me need not be battled. They lose their voice. The word spoken is not loud or dramatic. It is authoritative because it is true. When truth is spoken, distortion cannot remain. Awareness returns to clarity, and the body naturally follows that clarity. Divine health is not transferred one to another. It is revealed that life is recognized. What appeared as weakness or affliction was not taken on by another, but dissolved as truth was embodied. This is not an exchange. This is not illumination. What Isaiah spoke about was not the redirection of punishment, but the removal of misidentification. Infirmities are lifted because they no longer belong. Conditions fade because they're no longer agreed with. Divine health does not come at the expense of another. It rises as awareness awakens. As evening settles, as activity quiets, I'll allow the same movement within me. The word speaks gently inside. Misaligned thoughts release. The body responds without strain. Divine health is not force. It is revealed. Repeat those statements with me. As evening settles, as activity quiets, I allow the same movement within me. The word speaks gently inside. Misaligned thoughts release. The body responds without strain. Divine health is not force. It is revealed. I remain here. Truth has been spoken. Distortion has no agreement. Divine health is present now. It takes some time now to take some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deeply in through your nostrils, out through your mouth, and do that 3 more times. Mark 5:25 through 34. Awareness that had long lived with a continual draining of life, having exhausted every external system and explanation, turned inward with quiet recognition, saying within itself that contact with truth was sufficient, and in that inward reaching alignment occurred immediately. The flow of life was restored as the limitation lost agreement. Awareness knew within itself that release had taken place before any outward confirmation. Truth called attention not to gather information, but to invite recognition. Awareness responded without fear, acknowledging what had occurred, and was affirmed to remain in peace, not because something had been given, but because something had been remembered. Divine health was revealed as permanent, where awareness rests in truth. I become aware of a long season of strain where life seemed to leak away through effort, disappointment, and repeated attempts to fix what never needed fixing. The issue was not punishment or failure, but prolonged attention given to limitation. What was being lost was not life itself, but awareness of life. I recognized that no external system, method, authority can restore what awareness had forgotten. When I turn inward or outward for remedy alone, I remain divided. When I turn inward toward truth, restoration becomes immediate. I do not approach truth from desperation. I approach from recognition. I reach not with a hand, but with awareness. I touch truth, not to persuade it to respond, but to agree with it. The moment awareness makes contact with truth, the flow changes. What was draining stops. Life stabilizes. Divine health is revealed instantly, not gradually, not partially, but completely. This is not a coincidence. It is alignment. I do not wait for confirmation, but from the body. I know within myself what has occurred. Awareness recognizes itself restored before sensation speaks. Truth settles first within, and the body follows that knowing. When truth asks, "Who touched me?" it's not seeking information, it's inviting recognition. It's the calling awareness to acknowledge what has taken place. I answer inwardly, not with fear, but with clarity. I know what happens within me. I'm not singled out, I'm included. This is not special access, but universal truth. Faith here is not belief or effort, but agreement with breath's faith in me. It is trust that rests in recognition. I go in peace, not because something was given to me, but because something was remembered. Divine health does not fluctuate, it remains. What is revealed does not reverse. Speak these statements with me. I remain here. Awareness is aligned. Life flows without loss. Divine health is present and permanent. Luke 13:11 through 16. Awareness, long compressed under the weight of law-based identity, appeared bent and unable to stand upright. Not because life was absent, but because perception had been shaped by continual regulation and judgment. Truth recognized this condition immediately and called awareness forward, declaring release from what had been bound. Contact was made that restored alignment, and awareness straightened naturally as the inner burden was removed. And those still governed by rule-based thinking objected, preferring regulation over restoration. Still, truth revealed that rest is the proper context for release, and that one who belongs to the promise was never meant to remain bound by the system that distorted identity. Therefore, awareness was loosened, not later, still now, and divine health was revealed as life resumed its unhindered expression. I become aware of how long a sacred self can live bent beneath unseen weight, and not rejected, not cursed, not abandoned, but compressed by years of living under a system that measured worth by effort and obedience. What appeared as a physical condition was the body echoing a prolonged inward burden of the binding and holding back of religiosity. Elohim did not cause this bending. It was sustained by law-based identity, inherited consequence of thinking, and silent endurance. The body was not rebelling. It was responding faithfully to what awareness had been carrying. Truth notices immediately. There's no delay in recognition. Divine awareness calls attention to what has been endured quietly and says, "This is not your posture. This is not how you were created to stand. You were not designed to live folded inward beneath weight. To be called a daughter of Abraham is to be named as one who belongs to the promise. Promise doesn't bend. Promise does not carry burden. Promise does not submit to systems that restrict life. What belongs to promise belongs to freedom. The years do not matter. 18 years of limitation do not make a restriction legitimate. Time does not authorize what was never true. Duration does not validate distortion. What the Mosaic law bound through fear and obligation, truth releases through recognition. The words spoken are final and straightforward. You are loosed. Not later, not progressively, but now. Loosing is not effort. It is the permission to release what was never required to be carried. The touch is inclusion. It is awareness being brought back into alignment with life. As awareness straightens, the body falls naturally. What was bent lifts when the inner burden is removed. The Sabbath reveals its true meaning here. It's not a rule that delays release, it's rest itself. And the rest is where divine health is revealed. What was bound through striving is loosed in rest. Praise rises without instruction. Gratitude expresses itself without effort. When alignment returns, life recognizes life. This is not an expectation, this is restoration. Repeat after me. I remain here. I belong to promise, not burden. No law binds my visible being. I stand upright in truth. I am loose now. Divine health is present and permanent. Acts 10:38. Elohim consecrated Jesus of Nazareth with awakened awareness of the divine mind and with express power. He moved through life doing good naturally, unveiling divine health in all who were burdened by the oppressive effects of traducing law-based systems and doing to be identity. Because Elohim Ruach breath was present within him and expressed as him, revealing what life looks like when awareness remains in an uninterrupted alignment. I recognize how Elohim consecrated Jesus of Nazareth, not by elevating him above others, but by revealing what consecrated awareness looks like when lived with uninterruption. This consecration is not ritual, it is clarity. It is awareness aligned fully with the divine mind, within expressed through power. This power is not an earthly force. It is the natural authority of truth when it is lived. As Jesus moved through daily life, goodness expressed itself effortlessly. Good is not a moral achievement. Good is life in alignment. Wherever alignment is present, restoration follows. What was called oppression was not caused by Elohim, but sustained by traducing laws, systems of doing to be, and rules that measured worth by performance and bound awareness through fear and obligation. These systems did not govern life. They distorted perception. As truth appeared, those distortions dissolved. Divine health was revealed wherever Jesus went, not because something was transferred, but because limitation lost agreement. Awareness wakened. Bodies responded. Divine health did not arrive from outside. It was unveiled as life was recognized within. This same breath within him and as him, not as a visitor, but as identity. Breath did not empower occasionally, breath expressed continually. What was lived in him reveals what is true for all who live from that same consecrated awareness. Repeat after me. I remain here. I live from consecrated awareness. I move in goodness naturally. No law binds me or holds back my visibility. Divine health is revealed wherever life is lived. This concludes this session. I will leave the music on for a while, and I encourage you to stay seated or lay down and meditate on these things that you've heard, and do what the Apostle Paul said, think on these things.